Hi Stampers, this is Melissa Johnson and this is Stampin' with MJ. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute birdhouse treat box. It's got a scalloped roof line, some little embellishments, it's got a little window, and then a clothespin, mini clothespin holds it closed. So when you open it, the whole roof comes off, and then you can put treats inside your box. So let's get started. I'm going to put this back together real quick. All right, so I've already cut all the pieces, but I will give you the measurements. So I'm going to make a pink one this time. The pink piece measures 8 1/4 by 6 1/2. You're going to score it at 2, 4, 6, and 8 on the 8-inch side. And then on the 6-inch side, you're going to do 2, 4, and 6. So that leaves a 1/2 inch up at the top and a 1/4 inch over here. So then what you're going to do is you're going to cut off on this 1/4 inch side at the bottom. You're cutting off just that bottom corner, okay? And then cut up each of your score marks to that first score line. So you'll have 4 2-inch square flaps at the bottom of your box. Then take whatever shape you like and cut out a window. And I used the new decorative shapes from the March, April catalog from Close to My Heart. Other pieces that we have for the roof, we have a piece that is 2 inches by 5 inches, scored at 2, 2 1/2, and 3. I have just a couple of pieces of greenery. I had a whole bag full from a slimline die, and so I've been saving them to do projects. I am using the March Stamp of the Month Hey Just Chicken In, and we're using this little chicken right here. And sorry, my cat has decided to join us. Come on. So we have our chick here, and what I did is I cut it out of patterned paper, and then I took tri-blend markers and I colored in the beak and the feet, and I just darkened in the edges and any of the lines that you see for the details. Then for the window, you're going to need a piece of acetate. You can use just a plain clear piece. I've chosen to use some polka dotted that we had from a long time ago. And it just needs to make sure it fits in that 2-inch square, so you want to cut it about 1 3/4 inch. I have a mini clothespin. These were in my stash. I found them in my attic, actually, so I decided to use them. Okay. Sorry. Elton, get off the table. And then I cut 2 or 3. I did 2 strips that were 2 inches wide, and I used a scalloped edge die to cut them. And so you'll need 2 of those for the roof. And then I have 4 pieces that are 2 inches wide by 1 3/4 and also scalloped on the edge. So what I did is I just took on this one, a 2-inch by 12-inch strip. I cut it to 6, so I had 2 by 6, and then I did the scalloped edge on that. And then it worked out perfect that 3 scallops was 2 inches perfectly. Okay, so let's start with our box. So again, we've got our window, we've got our cuts in the bottom for the bottom of the box, and that 1/2 inch score mark is going to be the top of the box. I apologize if the screen is shaking. My cat Elton has decided he wants to craft today. All right, I'm taking glue dots. I'm going to put this on the lighter side of the cardstock. And I think I want to use the silver side on this one. So I'm going to put glue dots just in the 4 corners and attach that. So I'm actually putting it on the silver side of the cardstock, the one that I want to show, because I'm going to attach it so that front shows. And then, yes, my cat is chewing on my phone holder, He has decided he wants to play now that I'm trying to work. Oh my. All right, let me see if I can get him out of here. Okay, you gotta get down, buddy. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put this right over that, and I'm making sure my glue dots are not in the window. I want them around it. Okay, so we've got the glue dots on. So now our box has our window. I'm gonna go ahead and burnish all my score lines. So I'll get my bone folder for that. Gotta love our fur babies, right? You never know what's gonna happen when you decide to film something. All right, I'm folding on all of them. I'm even gonna fold that 1/2 inch that's at the top. And you'll see why as we get to that area. Okay. Get all of these burnished. Okay, and then I've got this little 1/4 inch piece here. So I'm gonna put some score tape on this 1/4 inch piece. And I'm doing that because it holds it together better than... Now I'm putting it right on here to the edge. Hope you can see that. My tape is a little too wide. So once I take the release paper off, I'll just fold that in so that it's not hanging over the edge here. Okay, so let's take that off. Just gonna peel that back. And then I'm gonna make sure those edges aren't going over because I don't want anything else sticking to that. So you want a nice edge. So now I'm gonna leave that folded, and then I'm gonna fold the whole thing in half this way. Make sure it's lined up and give it a good press. You can even use your bone folder to burnish that. Okay. So now we have the start of our box. Okay. Now let's join the bottom. So I'm going to fold the sides in, and I'm going to fold the back in and then the front. So what I want is adhesive here and here. So it's going to go on the outside of the piece that's folding toward the front, and it's going to go on the inside on that front piece that's folding toward the back. And again, I'm going to use my score tape. You could use liquid glue. Liquid glue would work, but I'm trying to do this so we don't have to wait for that to dry. Okay. And it would probably be easier to add your adhesive before you fold the box and get it together. I hope I'm not too close in here. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. So now, again, I'm going to take this piece, let's take that off. I'm going to fold that in. And then this one, I got my tape a little bit too long there, but I'm going to just fold those, and I'm trying to keep it square. You do want to make sure you keep it square. And then just take your bone folder, go inside and burnish that down so that that holds. Okay, so now we have our basic box made. The next step we need to do is we are pinching. Do you see how this is pinched here? So we need to turn it this way because it's our front and our back that get pinched in. So I hope you can see this. I'm pushing this is the front and the back. I'm pushing that to the middle, and then I'm just folding it in like that. Okay? So this is what we end up with. Then we're going to take that piece that we cut for the roof, and I'm going to fold on those score lines. Okay, so we have something like, it's actually going to be kind of an M. okay? But it's going to go over the box like this. So we're going to start gluing these scalloped pieces on. So I'm going to glue one here, and I want to hang off the edge, okay? So I'm just going to take liquid glue. Actually, you know what? Let's do a tape runner. That'll be faster. Use a tape runner. Okay, so I'm just putting the adhesive at the top. And I'm going to hang over the edge so that that scallop is hanging over. Okay, and then I'm going to line that up. Put the first piece down. I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Again, we're making sure our scallop hangs over. I don't know if you can see that. It's only, you know, like a 1/2 inch hanging over. Okay, so then we have that. Now we're going to take the smaller pieces. Let's put some adhesive on that. The first one, I'm lining right up to the top of that 2-inch piece. It gives you really good spacing when you do it that way. So I have the top of this shorter piece at the top of the longer piece. Now I'm going to come in with my second piece and go right to that first score line. Okay, so that gives you a nice spacing. Now let's flip it over and do the same to the other side. So again, I'm going to put adhesive at the top, go right to the top of that first scalloped piece, and then the second one will go right to the top, right to that score line. So you end up with a piece that has the solid cardstock in the middle and then your pattern cardstock here. So then all we're going to do is pinch this piece together again, lay this over the top, and attach it with a clothespin. So there's the basic box. Oh, hang on. I didn't get my box is wanting to pucker in for some reason. I must not have gotten it scored very well. Okay, let's see if we can get that fixed. So see, the back side's doing fine. It's standing up, but my front side, it is a little weaker because of the window. So it's not wanting to stand up. So I gotta see what I can put in there while I'm pinching it so that that doesn't go out. Let's see here. Well, not sure why that's happening. Okay, let me see if I can. There we go. I'm not sure what I just did, but it seems to have fixed it. Okay. So you might have to play around with that just a little bit. All right, we're going to attach it with the clothespin. And then the next thing we're going to do, oh, here's what I see going on too. Apparently, this acetate, it does have a film on it, which I'm going to have to remove, but I'll do that later. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is glue our chick on there, and I'm only putting the glue on here. I'm not having the glue touch that part. So I'm just going to do, and I think I will do liquid glue for this. I'm just going to do little spots of glue right in that corner. And put my chicken on there. And it's okay if it hangs over the edge. I'll just hold that for a second so it adheres. Okay. And then I'm going to take these leaves and I'm cutting off, I think I just want to use this top piece here. So I cut some off. I'm just going to put a spot of glue on the edge and I'm going to tuck it in here. Now you don't want things to hang over the edge, the bottom, because you want your box to be able to stand up. I am going to put a little drop of glue to hold those leaves in place, just so they don't come flying off. Okay, but again, I'm just attaching it to the actual cardstock part of the box. And my lid flew off because I was playing with it too much. All right, so let's put that back on because we need to add some of our leaves to the roof line. So I'm doing it on the right side. It doesn't matter. You pick a side you want. And I'm just taking my other leaf and I'm going to attach that up in this area, and then I'll just trim that off. So I think for this, I'm just going to add little drops to the leaves. Okay. You don't need a ton of glue. I hear some people say a dot is a lot. So that's a good way to think of it. And then just trim that off. Like so. All right, and then there's the box. Hopefully you'll give that a try. It's a really easy box. You know, it took a little finagling to get the roof on because this wanted to collapse, but that's just because of the window. And if you play with it, it shouldn't be a problem. I didn't have a problem with the other one, so I'm not sure what happened with this one. But I hope you like it, and I hope you'll give it a try. Have a good day.